Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to F-Zero X Expansion Kit Let's Play. The F-Zero X Let's Play has been completed last time by completing the X Cup on Master, and with everything else also already taken care of. The only thing we still have to do is part of the expansion kit. Although you might say there's still a little bit of the regular game left, because two of the racers we have not picked yet. And guess why we have not picked them yet? Because they are indeed reserved in order to complete the final two things in the project. Beating the DD-1 Cup on Master and beating the DD-2 Cup on Master. Both of them will be taken care of today, probably in two separate episodes for you guys, but I will at least be recording both of them today, right after each other. Let's get started! When we got started with this project, it all looks like a lot of work to do. But as you can see by all of the crosses, even though the X Cup does not have any, but still. We did also clear that one 4 times, trust me. All of them have been taken care of, completing the regular game. Yet, there's still work for us to do. Because we're not just playing the regular game, we're also playing the add-on. And those also have a master difficulty. Let's get started with the DD-1 Cup. Starting with Silence 3, Outside Loop. A very awesome track to start with new content. I still think so. Only 2 more racers to go. Big Fang, Biorex and Deep Claw, Octoman. Both of them character-wise actually my favorite characters in the F-Zero franchise. The whole reason why I'm saving them for last. I really love their role in the anime from F-Zero as well. Which was actually based on F-Zero GP Legend and F-Zero Climax. Couple of years back, really loved that show. So. And Octoman and Biorex are actually partners there, so. But here we have Octoman, an octopus-like alien, you might say, and he is actually from a very poor planet. Even though part of the Federation, his planet actually suffers under poverty, and that's the whole reason why he actually enters the Grand Prix, in order to use the prize money to feed the hungry mouths of his planet, you might say. He also has a rivalry with Jodie Summer, because he also knocked on the door of the Federation itself at some point, and Jodie Summer actually refused his request in order to send more money. So he also hates her. That's basically the story of Octoman. But for some reason I just really love the way he's designed. Just look at him standing there with all of his tentacles and his octopus mouth and stuff like that. But that's not the only thing. He also has a really awesome designed machine, because the Deep Claw, even though it's not per se the best machine in the game, even though we did get a staff ghost with this machine, but technically speaking it's not the best machine in the game, but I do really love the way it looks. The deep red and the pointy design, really love this machine. Long story short, I love Octoman. One of my favorite characters in all of F-Zero. So expect me to actually use this guy late in F-Zero GX and F-Zero GP Legend as well. Even here in F-Zero X, the game where he is actually his first appearance. So obviously we're going to deal with... oh, somebody fell back again. Oh, it does seem like he did not fall out, because there's still 30 racers. So apparently he went too fast and fell back on the outside loop, but not off the track. He stayed connected to the track, it looks like. And that's something that can also happen, apparently. So let's move ourselves to first place, where we belong. Oh, just wanted to brake, didn't want to change the camera. Oh, this time around somebody did fall. Apparently braked too late. My brake also didn't go flawlessly, because I actually pressed the camera on accident, but at least I was still alive. There we go, first place. Now let's keep that. I don't see any rubber band rifles. Gomer and Shio's one, and the 2 Federation members. Both of them are not in sight, so Captain Falcon behind me is actually a regular computer. For him, I need to be careful. If he actually passes up on me, he's not going to hold back at the finish. Looks like I can actually keep him behind me. Go. Keep the stern. And we're golden. So, I must say, there's one thing the Deep Claw is actually really good at. One of its few plus sides. He does have really good steering. Even though his grip is not per se... Oh, it was not one of my rubber band rivals. I did expect it actually to be, but apparently not. Does not matter. But I was talking about the steering of the Deep Claw. Unlike other machines that actually have really sensitive steering, I actually feel the Deep Claw really has better control over its steering, despite it being sensitive. That's one of the plus sides of it. Downside is it also has a pretty weak grip, so still slipping out is also something you can easily do with the Deep Claw. But whenever you can keep balance of your machine, I think steering-wise this might be one of the better machines in the game actually. It's even better in F-Zero GX. There it actually feels even more balanced out. But I can already feel it here in F-Zero X as well. The differences between the machines are bigger in GX, they definitely are. But it does not mean that in F-Zero X the differences aren't present yet. Even though I feel they are relatively smaller. Here pretty much all of the machines, if you always play F-Zero X in the same way, pretty much all of the machines can feel similar. In F-Zero GX that is actually not possible. There all of the machines in the game really have a different feel to them. But anyway, good steering, it's fun and everything, but you also need to use it in a proper way. On a track like this one, cylinder loops, I can definitely say good steering is required. This is by far the most difficult cylinder in the game after all, so... Even though, of course, I made an even more difficult one in my custom tracks. There I really had a bad idea at some point. I'm stupid enough to actually make a track out of that. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Okay, here come rubber band rifles, or at least one of them. I don't see the other two. But this Jodie Summers here. She's the most important rifle. She is actually the one who personally refused the request by Octoman to give more money to his planet. No. Okay, it's a rubber band rifle, so of course she's going to fall back. Don't have to worry. I'm not sure why only she showed up and not Gomer, Shio and John Tanaka. They should have, in all honesty. Usually whenever one rubber band rifle is able to keep up with me, the rest should also be able to, but apparently they did not. 2 minutes, it's our final time here on Sand Ocean 3 cylinder loops. John Tanaka's in 15th place, Gomer Shio in 8th place. Jodie Summers the only one who's able to somewhat keep up with me. Let's see if we can see more of them here in High Dive. Last time we're going to see this track. Not the final time we're going to see Devil's Forest, because of course there's another one later on in the same cup. Okay. Bye Jodie. Oh, not bye Jodie. Where are you? Nah, never mind. Can't really sacrifice too much time here. Don't want to lose the tracks here. We're in the final stretch. I'm using my favorite characters in the game now, so... Losing is something I don't want to do. If I need to start hunting for Jodie Summer, then that's probably going to happen. All I have to do is actually point you towards the Joker Cup episode where I played Black Shadow and tried to actually hunt most of the time. You can see what happened there. Master is definitely still doable. Even though it is pretty difficult, it is still winnable. If winnable is a word. But if you actually start distracting yourself too much by going on a killing spree, then you probably won't win anymore. And here on the DD Cups, both of them, because of using my favorite characters in the game, I don't want to lose any of the tracks. I'm just going to go for undefeated champion. Final 12 tracks in the game, I'm going to win every single one of them. I'm not sure how people are falling off there. It's happening at the first pipe, I think. Not too sure what they're doing there, but... I'll take a look at it quickly the moment I pass there again in the final lap. Apparently there's something in that pipe that can make the computer players fall off. You're probably riding on the sides there, or upside down. Therefore can't fall on the track in the proper way. At this part. Now you are going upward here, so if you're actually exiting the pipe on the sides or upside down, you will indeed fall off the track. And strange how I never noticed that before. I did notice them falling off, but I always assumed they actually fell off at the dive. Not doing the dive correctly, but they're actually falling off at the pipe over there. Interesting. Computer players are idiots, by the way. Okay, any rubber band rifles? No, Jody did end really low, but... Ah, come on, Bio-Rex, why are you so low? I thought you were my boy. You'll get your chance next time. No, no rubber band rifles that actually fell off. So it was not because of going too fast, they were just stupid enough to still be on the sides of the pipe before exiting. Then you end up falling down. Just remember that whenever doing this track yourself. Gomer Shio still in 8th and John Tanaka in 16th place. Still interesting how my rubber band rifles are actually having such mixed results. One of them doing really fine and one of them doing really bad. But anyway, time for Zig-Zag Crank for the final time. Port Town 3. Perhaps we can finally find ourselves a track where all 3 of my rubber band rifles will actually keep up with me. Don't make me punch you. That is something I don't want to do today. No, but they were asking for it there, weren't they? So, let's go. This remains the kind of track where going fast optimally is actually really difficult to do. So I feel the double tap turns is actually the way to go whenever trying to win this track on the Master. Oh, oh sorry Goro. I got punched myself, so I panicked a little bit. But anyway, double tap turns are your friend here, like I was trying to say. I did notice when playing this track for the first time a while back on Master. Just relying on your boost is actually not the way to go here. Usually you don't really have enough opportunities to boost. So a guy like Roger Buster over here actually stays in front of you, as you can see. All of the sharp turns, making double tap turns out of that. Okay. Trying to talk about how to win this track on Master, and yet everybody keeps on distracting me. Where was I? Oh yeah, double tap turns. Whenever taking double tap turns, especially in the zigzag part, that is where you actually can score the most time in this track, I feel. Just relying on your booster, that is not good enough here. So if you're still the kind of racer that does not use the double taps in order to... I'm still losing this track. Okay, there we go. But if you're still the kind of racer who does not use the double taps in order to take sharp turns, start doing it here, otherwise you're not going to win. Port Town 3 is actually difficult enough not to gain up on the computer players if you're not making your turns in a smart way. Just remember that. And I'm not too sure who was actually the guy that bumped into me at the end of the second lap. Might have been one of the E-bodies, Mighty Gazelle or Super Arrow or something. I'm not too sure what these guys are doing. But at least Captain Falcon is in second place now because of that falling out of Sylvan Nielsen. We are moving on to Crossroads. This is the kind of track where even if I tried, I'm probably not able to actually keep everybody alive. Because of my double tap turns here, usually a lot of people actually start falling. But I'll try to hold back. The time of actually going on a killing spree and having fun with the computer players, that is over. And this is the kind of track where it's not even necessary to play around with the computer players here. It usually happens on its own. Turns like these. It looks like... No. I was about to say it looks like I'm finally going to be able to actually get past everybody without accidentally killing anyone. And then Mighty Gazelle actually came in between. Poor guy. At least everybody's out of my way now, so... Not even in the second lap yet, and already in first place. Let's just go. Don't really feel like playing around with computer players anymore. This recording session is actually meant for completing this game, finally. Took long enough. Extremely fun game to play, don't get me wrong, eventually it needs to end. And that end is drawing near. Just make sure to stay alive. One last time on Crossroad, going really fast. And with the good steering of the Deep Claw, should go well. Because that is definitely helping me here. Like I explained at the beginning, Deep Claw, probably the best steering in the game. With turns like these, whenever going fast, that definitely helps. One more. Yeah, easily. Did not even need sweaty hands this time around. Here we go. 11 seconds difference in the interval. That was a perfect race on Devil's Forest 5. I did say at the beginning, I don't think the Deep Claw's officially one of the better machines, but I'm starting to doubt that now. It is indeed a really good machine. Especially on a track like this, it actually comes out really well. And the next track coming up has even more turns, as you may know, so perhaps the machine can also do wonders here. Big Blue 3, Japan, for the last time. Completing the second to last cup in this game. For this track I actually like to keep my balance in the middle, if you don't mind. One last time. And probably my least favorite track in this game. There's only one thing I really like about it, and that's the death track aspect of it. That's probably going to be difficult to achieve on Master. You need to get in front of these guys really quickly. And also get really far ahead of these guys quickly. Because then, even on Master, we should be able to actually get this death track aspect here. Perhaps for the first time ever, getting a track where every single one of the other racers falls out. That's something we also did not see yet. This is one of the tracks where it can potentially happen. Oh. It's a bad turn. Still 2.5 seconds in front of these guys, so... Go fast this second lap. The greater the difference is, the bigger the chance they will actually start rubber banding, and therefore going too fast, over the mines, and tripping over them. 4 people fell out in the first lap. That's going to be expanded by a lot probably now. That was Nielsen, Pico, most of the top 6. Jody and Gomar and Shio I still see. Michael Chain. 11 more, okay. 10. That was a good score in the second lap. Now 8 seconds in front of them, so they are definitely going at their maximum speed now. If there's a potential for the rest of them to fall, it is going to be now. Nope. Also make sure I don't fall myself, of course. It's going to take a while for these guys to actually get there. Here goes Beastman. Ah, looks like a couple of them actually made it. 4. No, 3. Yeah, the other 2 actually get past it, so... Good score. 3 people are going to finish only. Unfortunately, not the score I was hoping for. But still, really good. Only 3 people finished in this race. Gomer and Shio, one of my rubber band rivals. I did not see them a whole lot during the Grand Prix, but here they still were. John Tanaka fell, Captain Falcon too. Even though they were really far ahead in the standings, so they're probably going to be in second place still. Falcon. Yeah, the difference was too great. Falcon and Pico stay in front of the league. More than 200 points of a difference. When it came to winning the gold trophy, this was not exciting. But this was still the final time. DD-1 Cup Master. The first of the expansion kit cups. Also fully completed now. And like I promised, I'm gonna go for all victories in these final 2 cups. And for the first one, that was a success. Next time, that's going to be even more difficult. Even more difficult tracks. And of course, me also being busy trying to get as many of the computer players to fall off as I can. By going really crazy fast in some of the tracks. Trying to create death tracks. But I will also be racing with my favorite character in the game, so that is going to be a plus side. My second favorite character in the game has been taken care of with this. The podium consists out of classical characters beside me. Pico from the first hour. Captain Falcon, even though driving around in a new machine. But here was Octoman, completing the first expansion kit cup. Takorans are born to race. Oh yeah, that was the name of the race. I deliberately did not talk about it yet because I kind of forgot what the official name for his race was. The octopus people, you might say. Takorans. Remember that. In the next playthrough, when Octoman comes by, I will try to remember that. But hey, we have reached the finale of this project. Only one more cup to do. Only one more racer to cover. And we are completely done with F-Zero X. Hope to see you for the finale in tomorrow's episode. DD2 Cup Master with the Big Fang. It is not a surprise what we're going to do tomorrow. For every single thing we need to do, we only have to do one more thing. One more racer, one more cup, one more difficulty. See you folks then. And Treecks out.